Once upon a time in a land far, far away, as many stories go, we were as children thinking about this wonderful opportunity to envision something grand, something really exciting, and yet it missed it away. We had the fairy tale ending perhaps, and then it just dissipated. There was no sequel. If you're thinking about the first time you saw Shrek, maybe you saw Shrek, and you said, wow, that was an exciting movie. It was fun. It was exciting. It was adventurous. It's over. And then people said, is there going to be a Shrek 2? Is there going to be a Shrek 2? Is there going to be a Shrek 2 in your adventure? Is there going to be this giant ogre that's fun-filled, that is adventurous, that gets stoked because of a smart donkey? What do you have in your adventure? Now, if you're thinking about something that you had as a dream, perhaps it was, I wanted to get married, I wanted to have a family, I wanted to have a house, and I want to have a good job. Those are dreams. Yeah, absolutely. Those are dreams. But what happens with those dreams? You accomplish them and you check them off. I've got the great family. I've got the big, set of grandchildren. They're all precious. They're all wonderful. But I'm talking about the big dream. The dream that inspires you to go so much further than just those particular items. And it's important, leaving a legacy, leaving a family that carries on, that you can be proud of, that you can inspire, is important because they're your biggest fans. But I'm talking about the bigger adventure. I'm talking the adventure of things that go beyond just you. Just you. Do you want that adventure? Do you want to live again? As a child, you could take time and just find an adventure. And you live through it. And it might be just the afternoon, but you lived through an adventure, maybe with some others. And you just went on this biggest adventure ever. And you explored and you did things. And at the end of the day, you might have collected something that you held on to as your prized possession. Something that was dear, that reminded you of that particular point in time. Well, we just had an adventure here. We had the Hurricane Irma come sweeping through. Now, for most people, they think a hurricane, they think damage, because we've been programmed to think of damage, and it is. There is a lot of destruction, devastation. Why? Because we made choices that are contrary to nature. We put up housing on the edge of the water, on a sandbar, and then we wonder why it floods. And I'm not criticizing, I'm not really saying don't live that adventure, don't go there, but don't be surprised that you're going to have a challenge in your life. So as I was thinking about it this weekend, I was thinking about something I could share with you. And it's really, I looked at it and I said, people move to those islands. People move to Florida. People are building up because they are still seeking an adventure. They're still seeking risk. But it's not the same as when they were younger. So I looked at it and I said, there's 4 things that I can immediately come up with, 4 elements of this change in motivation, change in what we seek from when we are a child to when we are an adult. And it comes to, thanks to Nathan Eckel, who talked today about the law of environment, but it is environment. It is the things around us that affect us, and we change from this aspect as a child to this aspect as an adult. We mature, but as we mature, we lose something along the way. So the first item is time. As a child, we had all afternoon, we had a whole summer that we could just go explore. I'm thinking of Calvin and Hobbes. When Calvin and Hobbes came out, I had this great, time following it every day and thinking back and saying, it really captures childhood. It captures the ability to think beyond and create and do some wonderful things. So there's this exploration. You could create, your transmogrification box and create all kinds of stories around it. You can have the big snow sledding adventure of your life and know that it starts all over tomorrow. But as adults, we become overwhelmed. I talk with clients, with business CEOs, and they're so overwhelmed with all the aspects. And I'm talking about entrepreneurs in particular. And entrepreneurs, at first they dream this big dream, this passion they want to bring out. They want to have this service or this product. They want to carry it out. And what happens after a couple of years? They're worried about the payroll. They're worried about selling the next item. They're worried about the team. They're worried about keeping the doors open. They're worried about, all the tax rules and and this and this and that and that, and they're so overwhelmed they've lost the time to dream. Well, what happens is that when we lose the time to dream, we also go from taking risk to seeking safety. Because we now are no longer willing to take a risk, to change up and to just go out there, run full tilt, and whatever happens, happens. We're now looking at the little point in our life where it just ends. And we check off the little box and we say, yes, okay, I put in my 8 hours today. I did all the things that I needed to do in my processes. I did all the things that I needed to do in networking or sales or, whatever I was doing today, I've done it. And it's not fulfilling. It's not fun. We're not taking a risk. We're seeking safety. And when we seek safety, and this is, if you look at this compared to like you're figuring out your retirement fund. As you get older, you seek safety. You want the guaranteed returns. You're not willing to take a risky investment. And that's what entrepreneurs start doing. They start avoiding that risky investment. So they go from risk taker to safety seeker, safety focused. And as a result, they don't want to take an adventure anymore. They don't want to, have fun. They don't want to really have fun anymore. They don't want to seek the big exploration, the unlimited, you can't do this. They're told, and that adventurer slowly goes back and seeks security. I don't want to go out. I may fall and hurt myself. I may come across something that I can't deal with. I want the tried and true. I want to seek security. I want to make sure that I'm getting income. I want to make sure that I'm meeting the expectations of the investors. I want to make sure that my employees, everybody wants a paycheck, right? That's a lot of weight on the entrepreneur, on the business leader, on the person in you. Where are you? What role do you hold in the business? Do you have some obligation to ensure that the people around you are gainfully employed? You're no longer the adventurer, no longer willing to just put things to the wind and let it happen. Are you? So looking back at my notes, the fourth item. So we talked about time to dream, the dream time decreases as we get older, as we get further into our business. We seek the risk taker. The risk taker becomes the safety focused person. The adventurer becomes the security focused security seeker. And then we don't dream. We dream big dreams. I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a teacher. I want to make a difference in the world. And then finally we change over as an adult and we say, I want to do the checklist. I want to make sure that I'm doing, get the funds into the retirement account, that I'm doing this item on each day. I'm doing this on each day. I'm doing this on each day. As you're listening to this recording, think into your time. I challenge and encourage you. I encourage you to think back as a child. What was the dreams that you had? Did you accomplish them? What are the dreams now that you have? And are you accomplishing them? Do they just go to retirement, and once you hit retirement, you're done? You're done. I've reached my goal. I've made it to 65, or I made it to 60. In some cases, I made it to 40, and I'm done. I'm retired. I don't have to do any more work. I put in the time, and I'm done. Pay me out. I've gone to the casino, and I'm cashing out. Are you? There's a dream. There's something still within you that's bigger than being a teacher, bigger than being an astronaut, bigger than holding a position. There's a change that you have yet to explore. There's an adventure waiting for you to go beyond and help others, to help carry out something that's so big. The dream is so big, you need others. So what are the 3 things to reverse this trend? Dream again. Listen to that voice within. Listen to it and say, what would my life be like if I lived this dream? And if you can't dream, then here's 3 ways to think about what makes you happy. What do you sing about? What do you cry about? So what do you sing about? What gives you joy? What do you cry about? What would you like to see changed in your life? And it's about the people around you, the community that's not served, or the group of people that's not served, or could be served better because you have a different idea how that can happen. Rather than just sending money in, and there's nothing wrong with that, just besides sending money in, what are you doing to live a life that goes beyond? What are you doing to make that difference? As a child, that teacher, that doctor wasn't the position itself. It was to make a difference in the world. What would your life be looking like if you lived your dream today? Share it. Share it is the second point. Why? Because as children, we would share, we would tell everybody, anybody that would listen, what you wanted to be. Especially if they asked you. And then you would go on and on. Why? You would share your dream. You would share your exploration. You would share your adventure. Stop worrying about the checklist. Stop worrying about dreaming small, about the items. And I look at that, and I look at my life, and I see I played it safe. I went for this adventure, and I played it out. It happens to everyone. It happens to you. But you can change it. You can dream again. And you can share it. You can get others enthused, because a dream bigger than you requires others. And if you're in your business and you're sharing a new dream, a new vision, a new direction, or maybe an enhanced direction, and you've brought people back together and said, hey, I haven't talked to you about what I'm thinking about this business and how we can improve it. And here's what I want to share with you. And get people stoked, and they're going to start saying, wow, that's really good. Did you think about this? This is what you could do this. I heard from some people. So what is it that stokes you? Share it. Get people enthused about it and get them wanting to be on board with it. That's how you make a difference. That's how you get your entrepreneurial spirit rekindled. Get excited about yourself. Get excited about your business. And whether it's your personal life, whether it's your business, whether it's just work, there's something that's burning within you to do, then do it. Do it now. That's the third point. Do it now. Action counts. Don't say, well, I'm too old. You're never too old. I had a person, we were at a turning point. We had a turning point led by the president of the John Maxwell team. And this is his seminar about changing your thoughts. And in there was a woman, and she was 80 years old. And she had a dream, and she wanted to do it, and she did it. Her body needed to be told and needed to be coaxed and gone beyond. But there's one thing that happened. She stoked fire within her, and she stoked fire within all of us, because we saw how exciting and how passionate she was to tell her body that she is only 20 years old inside, not 80, not sidelined. She still had purpose, and she was the best cheerleader. She pushed us over our limits because we saw, if she can do it, we can do it. So act now. Don't reverse that dream killer state in your life, in your business. My name is Joe Dutkiewicz, and I help bring people to their apex. I help businesses reach beyond that emerging state, that excitement of passion that has now dwindled because they're so worried about the day in, day out. And they've lost sight of what they're trying to get to. And they're lost sight of bringing enthusiasm into the people around them. And they're losing the ability to go beyond, to reach that apex. That's what I do. I bring that back in, and I bring connection back in, and I bring culture elevation. Pivot that culture, make it prosperous again. Be well, my friends. Today has been a long time since coming back after the hurricane, and a little bit before. It was just wrapped up trying to get the preparations and figure out when the storm was going to happen. When I'm back, I hope you take a look at this video. Take a moment. Think back. What are the 3 things in your life that you dreamed about? Were they large dreams? If not, I bet there's one still inside you. And if so, I bet there's still one inside you that you're not dying, but you're excited. You really want to bring it out, but you've been told you have responsibilities. And those responsibilities fly in the face of being a risk taker, of being an adventurer, of actively going after it. See you soon. See you tomorrow. We'll be back at a regular time in the morning. I'm going to aim for the 7:30 in the mornings Eastern time so that we can have breakfast together and you can be excited about the day off into work. Talk soon. Stay tuned to this channel and YouTube and my website, crayonleadership.com. You can find me in one of those social media across. Take a moment and share your thoughts. Make this a great day. Bring your dream back online. And we have more for you tomorrow. I'm going to give you a chance to get on an offer that's going to change your life. Talk soon. Be well.